does it still say can't find supported channels enabled on the dashboard? It's so strange. I need a tech guru, for sure. For sure, for sure. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Kristen. Good morning, Ducky. On a little early again, but I think it's okay. This time I'm not in such a rush, but I'm just on. How are you guys today? How was your Sunday? I hope you guys ended your weekend well. Hey, Karen. Good morning. Good morning, Kim. The funny thing is I've been sharing kind of quickly to a lot of groups, and I haven't gotten into FB jail. I don't even want to say it. It's like Voldemort in Harry Potter. It's like those that he who shall not be named. I don't know if they've changed the rules. I don't know. We'll see. My Sunday was good. I talked to you last night, so you kind of know a little bit about it. It was busy. My friend Joseph is in town, so that's been fun because he keeps me busy doing stuff around town. Stuff that I normally do, like not normally do, but like stuff that I've already done over and over again. But it's always fun to have an out-of-towner here to kind of get re-excited about the fact that I live here. Today is actually my 1-year anniversary of living in Vallarta. I arrived here. I drove across Mexico 2 days ago. So it's not my 1-year anniversary of entering Mexico full-time, but it's my 1-year anniversary of being in Vallarta. I arrived on the 8th of July last year. So that's kind of cool. It's funny, it only took 1 year to figure out that, maybe I want something different. But that's okay too, Okay, I think that's shared to everybody. So I'll leave that alone. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, a lot's happened in this year. Like a lot. When I reflect back on it, I'm sort of surprised at how much has happened in the year's time. It feels like it's been longer, to be honest. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it does feel like I've been here longer than a year. So it's kind of funny. I've been meditating to figure out what's next, because I don't think Mexico is it. The construction is back going again. Yeah, Sundays they take off. They work a half day on Saturdays. Sundays they're off. We had a big rain last night, like really heavy duty rain, a good 3 inches really fast, quick tropical rainstorm. It came pouring down. A lot of the hills sort of washed down. And as I was outside walking my dogs, or like letting my dogs out front because it's just too wet and dirty because all the mud and debris goes down the hill and down into the street, I was moving bricks and stuff out of the way for the dogs to go to the bathroom. And if there's a hypodermic needle, it's like, gross. But it's, it's like any city anywhere in the world, there's those sort of issues. It just is heartbreaking. You can't really escape that unless you sort of live in the country, I guess. Good morning, Rachel McIntyre. Yeah, so let's look at the energy for today. We're talking Monday, July 8th, guys. Let's bring it into present time. Oh, there goes the jackhammers. They're back. I think they're going to hustle today, too, because there's a predicted rainstorm in the afternoon, in the later afternoon today. And the rainy season, once it starts and it kind of rains torrentially for a long time, like for a couple months. So I think now they're like, oh shit, we better get this hill somewhat stabilized, because if not, it's just going to all wash away. They're going to not have a hill to build a building on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hi, Jennifer Nichols. Good morning. All right, so let's look at July 8th, Monday. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth just to bring us into present time. Let's do that again and be grateful for the beautiful sound of that construction. As it sounds like gunfire. We can be thankful we don't live in a place where it is actual gunfire, because there are places like that in the world right now. Be grateful that it is only construction and possible improvement. That remains to be seen. We will see how well they improve everything. Good morning, Susan Lopez. Good morning, Amanda Daly. Good morning. Oh, you are in Texas, Amanda? Good morning, Gwen Patterson. I'm thinking about going back to Texas. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to figure it out. For some reason, my chat is not updating properly. So if I don't see your messages, guys, don't take it personally. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards for today. Looking for a card for the energy for the collective for Monday, July 8th, 2019. Okay, so I'm going to say this with the shuffle. The definite distinct impression I get is don't hang on so hard. I don't know what that means exactly, other than things will get accomplished if we ease up. Good morning, Linda Littell, I'm sorry. If we ease up on things and we try not to hold on so hard, I have a feeling we'll have an easier time of working through any resistance or anything that gets in our way today. Okay? So that was the definite distinct impression I got. So I'm not going to say today's not going to be without its sort of snafus or, disturbances. People may be annoying us, or construction outside our door in my case, whatever it may be. We need to not hold on to it so tightly, or not focus on it so tightly, to relax, back off, shift our attention to something else, something lighter, something more positive. That's going to allow us to sort of move through the situation a little bit more easily and get accomplished what we need to get accomplished. I did get a sense that things will come together for us, like we can get the things we want accomplished, but we just need to be mindful of how much we get tied up in the card today. Be mindful of how much we get caught up in the drama per se, or the resistance, or our own resistance to whatever it is that might be giving us a little bit of trouble, right? So stay conscious of that. For those of us that get stuck in that, or want to fixate on that, that's going to make it harder for us to get through whatever it is that's bugging us or in our way, or whatever it is we're working against or working with that we feel is working against us. Does that make sense? Now, the reason why I smiled and laughed, hold on, let me update comments. I see I have new comments. I'm glad you found me too, Amanda Daly. Please like, share, follow, subscribe to both the YouTube channel, the business page, the Facebook group. Let me get my link up. See if I can put it in here. This link will take you, it's not allowing me to, damn it. If Ducky could put up the link. God, that construction noise is loud this morning. I haven't had it for like 2 days, and now it's back. It's really noticeable, let's say. For lack of a nicer term, or a worse term. Not for lack of a worse term. To try and find a nice term for it, it's very noticeable. So the card we have today is our good old friend, the Star card. She's back. So let me write her down. She was actually here last Monday too, guys. She's here to take care of us, I'm telling you, man. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. She is here telling us, you guys, keep your shit together. Or maybe that's what she's telling me. I don't know what she's telling you. Let me put on the Buddha camera. Hopefully he'll capture her correctly. Let's see. Is that not going to work? Oh, my Buddha camera's not working. What's going on? Let me see. Buddha camera's not working at all? That's weird. That's a first. Okay, so Buddha's not working today. I guess Buddha's taking the day off. And, you know, he works hard. He sits there. He holds cards for us, so he deserves a day off. I don't know why he's not working. It could just be a glitch in the program, and I'm not going to restart. So, I'll just show you the star here. Facebook is acting up, Kim? Okay. It could be Facebook then. We can't get rid of that star energy, Kristen Ravello, and we don't want to. Like, look at how beautiful she is. Look at how peaceful she is. Look at how calm she is hanging out in the craziness of the universe. Do you see this big eruption at her feet? But she still stands strong above it. She's solitary. She's alone in her power. And I don't mean alone in a bad way. I mean she's strong. She's passively sort of aware of who she is and how she shines and how bright she is. Her intuition is strong. She is capable. She's represented here by the statue of Kuan Yin, which is an ascended master. If you don't know who Kuan Yin is, look her up. But Kuan Yin is all about compassion, love, caring for others in a way that's, you know, not sacrificing ourselves in the process, right? We can love others without having to sacrifice our strength or our energy, right? I love that she's centered in the card. It says to me, we're centered in the universe when we're in our star energy. We're grounded and we're centered just like she is, like there. Do you see that? How she's almost like straight up and down, right in the center of everything, right in the cosmos, above all the drama down below, that all that redness and sort of, you know, things that are kind of crazy. We can deal with that stuff, but it's really how we go about fixating on it, engaging with it, changing it. We need to be in our star energy, which is kind of what I felt in the shuffle, is this sort of like backing off, being like, okay, so that's how you want to be today. All right, well, let's see. What would be the best way for me to compassionately love you while you're in your moment and me get what I need? If we do that today, guys, I feel like there's this big old ring sitting over here on the side of her. Like, the possibilities, the gifts, all of that are endless. You know, the prizes. I don't want to say, like, I don't want to have my readings be all about, you know, ooh, making money and prizes. What's behind door number 2? But there are gifts to be had when we approach life this way, right? There are gifts to be had not only like monetarily and materially, but there's gifts to be had spiritually and emotionally also. You know, there's an awareness and a consciousness that takes place when we are in our star energy that allows us like to accept ourselves. Good morning, Natalie. That allows us to accept ourselves and like on a fuller, more sort of well-rounded basis where we own who we are and we love who we are and we share who we are in our truest form and we shine like a star, right? And when we do that, and I've said this before with this card, when we do that, we allow others to shine too, right? Because a lot of times society, the rules, the things we're taught, the belief systems we're given, the you know, the sort of the perceptions of others that we pick up on, we're not taught that we're allowed to shine. We're not taught that we're allowed to feel good about ourselves. We're not taught that we're allowed to revel in who we are and believe in who we are and trust who we are. This star card is the antithesis of that. This is, she does trust who she is. She doesn't need to prove herself to anyone. She doesn't need to be anything for anybody else. She just needs to be herself for herself. And in doing so, she actually emanates an energy, a lightness, a brightness that allows others to access their star potential. right? And access their belief in themselves, and it allows them permission to sort of go, hey, wait a second. They may not even consciously be aware of it. They might just notice it in you in the way that you act or react to a situation, and they're like, wow. Like, it might even be 10 minutes later after everything goes down, they're like, wow, I'm just going to use, Jennifer Nichols as an example. Wow, Jennifer really handled that wonderfully. I wonder how she did that. But, them just even thinking that, right, starts to put them into an idea of maybe, how do I handle it differently, more like Jennifer? And that brings their energy up, more closer to their star energy. Does that make sense? So she's back, she's here, we're in this eclipse tunnel. I really think she's protecting us, guys. Mercury just went retrograde yesterday, and I don't want anybody to be spooked about that. That's just always, like, I'm not an astrologer, but I know a little bit about Mercury retrograde. It usually means there's communication difficulties, electronical things don't work quite right. These are all normal things. Now, if we choose to fixate on them and get frustrated with them, we're gonna have a harder time with the day and getting done what we want to get done. But if we are in our star energy and we just sort of let it go and we love it all compassionately, I bet you we have an easier time of the day and things actually get done a lot more quickly than we may expect. Does that make sense? So be conscious of that when you're in the middle of your day today. And if you find yourself getting frustrated, just go, I am the star. Go to your star energy, whatever that may be, whatever level that is for you. And if you get to that level, try and go a little bit higher, to that, a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit more belief in oneself, a little bit more belief in your abilities, a little bit more belief in, if this doesn't feel like it's working out for me, it's okay, because I will be okay, right? The more you bring that in, the brighter you'll get, the brighter you'll allow others to get, and the brighter the planet gets, right? And all of that is really good stuff. I really think, hey Ron Harms, how are you? I really think that the star is showing up again. She showed up last Sunday, she showed up on Monday. She's even kind of showed up in other cards. I've seen her poking around in other cards, her energy. She's here to tell us, this is where we want to be, guys. This is what we want to ride on through the events of the next, we've got till the 16th, till the next eclipse. And not only is, Mercury's gone retrograde yesterday, so that's going to make things a little funky. Don't freak out. But there's some other retrograde planets, I can't remember which ones, but there's some stuff going on planetarily that right now, what it is it's actually a very exciting time for a lot of shifting and changing if we embrace it and flow with it. So if we are in our star energy, we're part of the universe. We are a star in the universe shining brightly, just like we would be a person in this world shining brightly. It's the universe of the material world, right? So let's look at it microcosmically and macrocosmically, if that makes any sense. But when we use our star energy and we shine bright, we are part of the universe. We let the universe bring to us what it is exactly we need, and we trust that that's exactly it. Right? If we're in fear, if we're in shame, if we're in anger, if we're in frustration, those sort of things, we're not really in our star energy. We're fearing, we're angering, we're clenching on too tight, and it's that thing that I say all the time: let go or be dragged. And right now, letting go, and if you don't let go, you're gonna get dragged. And I hate to say this, but my feeling, my intuition says that the dragging could be pretty potentially hard right now, only because so many planets are doing retrograde weird shit. We've got double eclipses. It's all about times what we want to let go, what no longer serves us, what we want to create new, or if we don't let it go, being destined to repeat it. And that to me is ugh, that sounds so not fun for anybody, right? We don't want to repeat our mistakes or our miseries or anything. So the key here is get into your star energy, let her protect you, let your compassion protect you, let your inner beauty shine, let your inner wealth of spiritual knowledge, intuition, whatever you think it is that you don't have, start to believe that you do. And the sooner that you do that, the more in line you're going to get with what's going on around you, the more easier it is to move through maybe more complicated situations around you. Because too, I got to say this, with all of this weird planetary energy right now, the signs, or I don't want to say the signs, but the situations in our environment are going to become much more sort of painfully obvious about what we need to change if we're not changing it, right? And so like with me, I've got so much change like right outside my front door. It's like wild, you know? And it's a signifier to me that, oh wow, there really is something going on, because it's like the whole entire neighborhood around me is changing and shifting me into this place of, okay, it's my year anniversary, but I'm no longer in vibration with this place anymore. Does that make sense? So I'm looking at that. That's just me personally, but I'm using that as an example to help you guys sort of find what it is that you guys need to do too, you know, or what it is that you guys might want to like look at so that you can let it go, because now is the optimum time to let it go. It's kind of why we're sort of like, it's like the picture now that I'm getting is sort of being squeezed through a small hole and being pulled out the other side. But that small hole that we're being squeezed through, it's kind of pulling all the debris and the detritus off of us. So by the time we get to the other side, we're this like newer, lighter version of ourselves, more star-like maybe. Okay, so I'm going to leave you there with that. That's my spiritual, meteorologist report today, my energetic meteorologist report. My name is Dan Geist. This is Engelgeist. This is a little channel that I do. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, support it in any way you can if you like the information I'm giving you. I am available and able to do private readings if you like that. That's all payable via PayPal, and you can book it through my Linktree links, but I can't seem to post them because it's Mercury retrograde, but that's okay. You can stalk me and somehow find me. I know you guys are smart enough to do that. You are all stars, you know that. So, and then the other thing that I always say to everybody too before leaving, it's kind of important, aside from make sure to disconnect from the live and everybody else's energy, those of you that know each other from the group and stuff, pull back your energy and lovingly cut any cords and any connections. You know, that doesn't mean you're still not friends. It just means that you're taking back your energy. I'm going to take back mine. But also, what I want you guys to keep in mind is that it is all just energy, so it's all a blessing, right? It's all constantly changing. If some of you are suffering or some of you are having a hard time right now, that's okay. You're exactly where you need to be, because the star is here to tell you that you can rise up out of it. You can shine your way out of it. You can focus on something better, or even if it's a little bit better, it's going to raise your vibration and it's going to help in whatever situation that you might be in a little bit easier. But it's all a blessing. And when you find blessings for those things, they start to change. When you start to find gratitude for those situations that maybe plague you or make you feel heavy or get in your way or give you resistance, they start to change. You become lined up with them, you get into sort of more of a vibrational harmony with them, and then they can dissipate and fall away, and you can move forward to things that are more suited to your higher good. That's what I firmly believe, and that's what I like to leave people with. So it's just a little thought. Also, meditation always helps. It certainly helps me. And, if you're not doing it, this is a great time to start, just to kind of get centered, especially with all of the wacky energies that are going on around here. And I'm not talking about just here. I'm talking about in the world right now. So you guys have a great day. Be your star. Shine your brightest. I'm going to do the same as best I can amidst construction and possible afternoon rain. But who knows? Maybe if I have the balls, I'll go out there and dance in this next rainstorm. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I do this daily. Please tune in. Again, like, share, follow, subscribe. I need any and all support for this channel. The more support I get, the more real this becomes for me, and the more I can, be available to you guys. Okay? So I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Have a great night. And Ducky, I need to talk to you about doing an event sometime this week in the evening, maybe after Wednesday when Joseph leaves. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Be a star. You are one, even if you don't feel it. Try and believe it. Okay? Try and believe it. Let me see. Yeah. And she lines up with that Rejoicer card that we had from yesterday for the beginning part of the week, which is about the Woman of Cups being in our emotions and feeling good. So this is about knowing that we're okay no matter where we're at. All right. Take care, you guys.